I just finished the Golden Globes literally like 2 seconds ago, walked from the couch to here, and I just want to talk about them. Reek, why are you up? I don't usually talk about the Golden Globes because who cares, right? Who gives a shit about the Golden Globes? That's why we're over here on the second channel where things don't matter. But I thought this was a really good collection of winners in general. Let's just start there. I don't want to beat around the bush or make it seem like I didn't enjoy the winners here. I actually don't think there was one winner I was disappointed by, but let's double check that and go over the list a bit. I mean, obviously there's nominations that I wish were there. I wish there were more May December nominations. A little bit more love for the Iron Claw would have been nice. But I do want to talk about the negatives first, which was pretty much everything that wasn't the actual awards. Joe Coy, one of the worst hosts I've ever seen, if I'm going to be honest. Some of the worst jokes I've ever heard. Just not funny, barely jokes. There was a point in time where there were funny stuff going on at award shows. That was actually half the reason people would tune in, is because they were kind of funny. Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig went out there, just blew this man out of the water. Just fucking did a stupid dance, and it was funnier than anything he said all night. It was embarrassing. It was truly like a slog to get through, as well as like most of the nomination presentations. Like whatever Jared Leto was doing was not great. Kevin Costner, if it was a bit, amazing. If it wasn't, I'm concerned, and I don't want to make fun of it. It was just, oh man, what a disaster. I mean, people couldn't even get on stage, right? Half the people that won didn't even know where to go to get on the stage. That's a big problem. The sound mixing was all off. They started reading nominees before the presenters were even done talking, and then I'd have to keep turning down my TV because it was too fucking loud. Why did some stuff get clips and then others it was just a stupid picture with the announcer? Just nothing made sense. Nothing made sense at this award show, except for the winners. One of which was Anatomy of a Fall, winning Best Screenplay. What a grab. I mean, that's huge. I didn't expect it at all. It was even when they were doing the nominations and they were playing like little snippets from the screenplay. First of all, so random that they gave the screenplay category the honor of having clips. Why didn't they do that for the performance stuff? Like, you want to see the performances as they're being read out. It didn't even take that long to... Whatever. But yeah, Anatomy of a Fall won, and when they were playing the snippet, I was like, oh, that was such a good scene to choose. Like, that was an amazing part of the script. No way it's winning, though. And then it won. Man. It won Best Foreign Language Film as well, which it was actually to be expected, even though I was kind of rooting for Fallen Leaves, I'm not going to lie. Some other things I was pleasantly surprised by were Io Debris winning for The Bear, a show that I've only seen part of. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I do really like her, and it makes me super happy to see her win. I was slightly disappointed that J. Smith Cameron didn't win. That was actually one of my biggest disappointments of the night. To be fair, I think it might be the only award Succession didn't win, and I'll get to Succession in a second. Another huge upset was Boy and the Heron winning over Spider-Verse. If it wins the Oscar, that's what will really matter to me. I mean, none of it matters, right? None of it matters. But if they won, it'd be pretty special, wouldn't it? It would be pretty special. Emma Stone won for Poor Things. That was a huge get. I was really hoping she would win. Poor Things in general won the whole shebang, Best Musical or Comedy, which I also did. I kind of expected it to be Barbie, to be honest. I also kind of expected, if not Barbie, for it to be Holdovers. I'm really happy that Poor Things got that kind of love. I hope it, creeps up a little bit more in the Oscar race. What Was I Made For won the best song, which is my favorite song from the bunch. One of my disappointments, and it's not even a huge disappointment, was that Robert Downey Jr. won for Best Supporting Actor over Charles Melton or over Willem Dafoe. I think Willem Dafoe's performance in Poor Things, the more that I've sat with it, is way more interesting than a lot of people give it credit for. It's like one of the last things people talk about when they talk about that movie, but I think his performance is such a complicated one in that film, right? Because it's really goofy, it's really scary, it's deeply flawed, but it also has this weird amount of heart to it that I think he really carries. Anyway, I don't need to go on a whole ramble about that, but I thought Willem Dafoe, in general, should just be getting a little bit more love this year. Some obvious ones, Lily Gladstone winning, that was to be expected, but also really happy to see that. I really hope this tracks all the way to award season. If it is between her and Emma Stone, I'm a Lily Gladstone head, I'll be honest. Paul Giamatti winning for The Holdovers, maybe that wasn't a given. Actually, no, looking at the nominees, it was a given. Really happy to see that. He is such an incredible actor. I would also really be happy with him winning the whole shebang at the Oscars. It's really, it goes back and forth between him and Cillian Murphy for me. I think they're both incredible. Even though Paul Giamatti's is a lot lighter and maybe a little bit less powerful than what Cillian Murphy's doing. I don't think that takes away from just how great the performance is. And also, I just think Paul Giamatti deserves that. But you can say all of the same about Cillian Murphy, and that's the issue. Which, that said, Cillian Murphy won. Not a surprise. Good to see. Davine Joy Randolph won. Also, arguably the most predictable award of the night. Most predictable award of the Oscars, I'll say it. It's the Ke Huy Quan of this year. It's like, we don't even need to really talk about that category at this point. She's got it in the bag, and she deserves it because she is actually probably the best performance of that film. Oh, she's so good in that movie. That movie's good. That movie's good. Christopher Nolan won directing, which I'm not upset about. He did a great job in that film. I do think I would have chosen Yorgos over him. Really, I would have chose Todd Haynes. But he wasn't even nominated. And then Succession just took like pretty much everything. Sarah Snook won, Kieran Culkin won, Matthew McFadden won, and it won Best Drama Series. What more could you... I couldn't have asked for more other than J. Smith Cameron winning as well. I'm super happy, even though I don't really like... I would snap out of it every now and then and be like, who cares? Why does this one matter? What will really matter is who wins at the Emmys. I hope Succession has a similar sweep at the Emmys. I don't know. You guys probably hate me for this. You're probably like, let other people win. But hey, man, I'm a suckhead. Beef, I still haven't seen. So I don't have any thoughts on Beef winning anything, but I do want to watch Beef after all this. Also, Oppenheimer won Best Score, which can't really argue with that. It's probably the best part of the movie. It's one of the best scores of recent years, maybe of all time. Can't argue with that. Would have loved to see Boy and the Heron or what's it called? Poor Things win, but that's fine. That's fine. And that's it. Right? That's all I have to say. That's all the Golden Globes deserve, really. It was a bit of a disaster of a ceremony, I'm going to be honest. That was really embarrassing. And literally like 5 minutes in, I was like, let's shut this whole shit down. Why are we doing this? And then they gave out some awards. And I realized a lot of movies and TV shows, maybe not TV shows, but movies are getting recognition in a way I don't think they would at the Oscars. I do not think Dream Scenario will be at the Oscars. I don't think May, December... Maybe. I hope. It's good to see Yorgos on stage. You know what I mean? That's what I have to say. It's not that late, but I'm exhausted. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.